Hey friends, I'm Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. Welcome to Whoop Wednesday. We are going to fully upgrade the newbie drone Hummingbird V3 number 2 today and rip it around, see how it does durability wise. Speaking of durability, we're also going to fix the Weebleed Ultimate Freestyle Tiny Whoop, put it in a new prototype crown frame, and see how it lasts as well. So a whole bunch of durability testing today. Kind of exciting, man. Durability is such a important thing for tiny whoops, in my opinion. That yeah, getting to test it is always super fun, and it gives me an excuse to just like do dumb stuff that I wouldn't normally try, because that's what typically creates crashes and puts a bunch of stress on those parts. So yeah, that's going to be fun. We're going to go a little bit farther than we did last time on the Hummingbird, because I kind of forgot how heavy the Goober canopy was. So we are going to go to a McStinky canopy here, which is 3D printed. I still have a ton of these McStinky 3D printed canopies available. You got to buy a sticker in order to get one, but if you buy a sticker or two from me, I'll throw in a McStinky. I'll talk about that in a second. So yeah, we're gonna swap it up here, and I'm gonna put a McStinky on in there. That's a strange sentence. Why am I such a fucking child? At least I didn't say I'm going to put my McStinky in there. Now I did, though. I'm also, I have one of the lights facing back towards myself. If it looks a little dark on this side of the frame, that's why. And if you're wondering why there's some red light on the side of my big dumb face, yeah, I took the one light that's usually up on the CiottiFPV artwork there, and I spun it around because I just wanted to see what it would be like to have a little bit more separation between me and the background, in terms of, you know, the background is out of focus a little bit. I have the focal length kind of set just right, but yeah, you can also create separate. So that's the easiest way to create separation is with putting your subject in focus and then throwing the background out of focus. But the other way to do it is with light, and you, yeah, do that thing. Shirt of the day in honor of Whoop Wednesday. Although I'm not going to be, this is all Weebleed and newbie drone tonight. There's really no tiny whoop stuff going on, but got to show some love and some respect to the master of all, Jesse Perkins, the originator, the OG, just a super cool dude that, I am very lucky to consider one of my FPV friends, which is awesome. In the chat, Hockey Runs was first. Tongue Out FPV was next. Matt Trombley, Travis H, Bob Bruce, Adam Weston, Northern Tier, 661, Flush FPV, FP Avery, That Quad, Metal Dirtskin, Mincy FPV, Riot 9, Beltran Garcia, Revision A, Rockcrawler, RT McKinney, Squunks Fisher, and FP Avery again. Who's that? Hello? State your business. Hello?
Sorry, it's just me coming downstairs. You want me to shut the door?
Nah. Okay. I gotta fly out of the door. It was Maggie, guys. It was Maggie. I also have to plug this in. I forgot. I love you in your face and bottom. Oh, shit. All right. So yeah, that's what's going on tonight. That's how you live stream, guys. You start up your stream and you wait 7 minutes, and then you just get up and walk away and scream across the room. Gangly gang, glitterific, crazy holographic stickers are available, as well as all of the stickers over on my Etsy store, which you can get to by going to CiottiFPV.com, or just go to Etsy and search for CiottiFPV. You don't have to order stickers through there. You can just PayPal me, and we'll do it through that. This is the other one that's not up there. This is the, it's holographic, as you can see, but these are the Apple colors. It's not like a full tilt rainbow. These are the old school Apple logo colors. So if you're an OG Apple head like me, you can buy a sticker. If you buy a sticker, I'll throw in a McStinky. Don't just buy one sticker, though. Do me a favor. Buy 2 stickers. 1 sticker and a McStinky, or 2 stickers is $10. PayPal me with your address. Also, the magnets work too. Yeah, PayPal me. Let me know your address, which stickers you want, and I'll ship them on out to you. That is one of the ways that I keep this thing going full-time, all day, every day. Over on CiottiFPV.com, there are a million ways that you can support me. This is what it looks like. Here's the streaming schedule. Patreon helps me the most, for sure. Etsy's got the stickers and a bunch of random hardware you might like. Teespring has some fun shirts. Over on Fiverr, you can work one-on-one with me, take advantage of almost 8 years of experience in FPV. We can work through flying a little bit better, tuning a little bit better, building a little bit better. Or you can just rapid fire questions at me to get really good answers from someone that's been around for a while to the questions that you've been getting terrible answers on Facebook from. And that right there is definitely worth whatever it costs. Over on PayPal, if you want to support me directly. And then I've got a shitload of affiliate links here. When you're ordering something on the internet, someone creating content on YouTube has an affiliate link to that website. Take a minute, grab their affiliate link, click it, and support them. I have affiliate links for We Bleed FPV, Newbie Drone, FPV Cycle, Amazon, Get FPV, Oh My God, Brain 3D, HD0, Flywoo, Emacs, Banggood, Camera Butter, and AliExpress. And then down the bottom, there's some fun stuff. FPV Therapy is a Facebook group, and there's a text channel over on my Discord. I've struggled with anxiety and depression my entire life. There have been periods where they've been really bad, and I've done hundreds and hundreds of hours of talk therapy. I've been on lots of different medications. I have struggled. I have triumphed. And yeah, I want you guys to have the resources that you need to make it through if you're kind of dealing with that as well, or if you have someone in your life that's dealing with it, because it's real. It's a real thing. And in the male community, it's something that is really not talked about much, and it's very incorrectly viewed as weakness. And God forbid that any of us strong men are weak at all, ever. We have to be strong all the time. We can't talk about it. Just bury it, and it'll definitely not come up later at the worst possible time and cause you to be a fucking monster. So do something about it, yo. Do something about it. I promise you, you will live a better life if you just do something about it. Yeah, me and a whole bunch of other people in the FPV Therapy Facebook group and on my Discord channel can kind of help you through that and give you our experiences and yeah, could change your life. Worst case scenario, you'll learn a little something. God forbid, right? So yeah, that's how you support me. It's hard to do this full time. You beautiful people are amazing, and it's so cool that you support me to allow me to do this my way, so that I can be completely myself, scream, yell, curse, trash products and manufacturers. In the chat, if you want to talk directly to me, all you have to do is type CiottiFPV. If you do that, it'll light up an orange. You can do that to each other. If you type someone's name into your chat message and you spell it correctly and you put the spaces in the right places for that person and that person only, it will light up an orange. That's how you tag people. You probably all already knew that, but hey, maybe someone didn't. And now they do. Look at that. You learned something else. Probably didn't learn Moving this mic over just a little bit here. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we got a bunch going on. Let's get caught up on chat, and then we'll go straight over to the workbench. I think we're going to work on the Hummingbird first, get that up in the air, start beating on it, and then we will swap over to the Weebleed FPV Crown prototype framed build with the 32,500 kV screamers on it. I'm going to put a few more batteries on the charger here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are ready to go. I might as well throw 8, 9, 10 on the charger so that we can do like 5 with the newbie drone rig and then 5 with the Weebleed FPV Crown rig. This will also give you an idea of like what kind of flight performance you can expect from an almost fully tuned Hummingbird versus a full tilt ultimate freestyle tiny whoop build. I wouldn't be surprised if they're closer than, well, we'll see. We'll see how close they are. It's going to be 0702 29,000 kV motors versus 702 32,500 kV motors. It's going to be crown frame versus this Iflight frame, which is kind of interesting. And then the camera and canopy setup, Mobile 6 with RunCam Nano 3 on the Weebleed rig versus newbie drone BI camera in a damn Peter Nicholson. Thank you so much, brother. Super generous. 20-pound super chat. He says, just wanted to say thank you for getting me addicted to whoops. I absolutely love it, even if I'm not that good at flying. Peter, thank you so much. Super generous. You are certainly welcome. Flying tiny whoops is incredibly difficult. I have seen so many really good 5-inch pilots try to fly tiny whoops inside and just fail in the face so hard. So cut yourself a ton of slack because yeah, flying tiny whoops inside is super difficult. Think of it like swinging with a weighted bat, although that probably doesn't work because you paid in pounds, so you're probably not in cheeseburger hot dog land here in America watching baseball. Is there an on-deck circle in cricket where they swing a heavier bat and then when they get their regular bat it feels lighter? I don't know. It's yeah, you're training with extra weight so that when it's time to actually come up, I don't know. I was going to use another baseball analogy and it just doesn't work. But yeah, if you learn how to fly inside on a tiny whoop, you'll absolutely rail when you move outside. So you're making it hard on yourself, but FPV is pursuing FPV is making things pretty hard on yourself. So yeah, you might as well go all in and pick up the incredibly difficult hobby and the incredibly difficult area to fly. Basically, what's going on is inside the house, everything is small, and like yes, the tiny whoop is much smaller, but the tiny, a 5-inch rig is this big, and then a tiny whoop rig is this big. Well, the gaps that you're flying through outside are like 20 feet wide, and then you come inside and you got to try to squeeze through like what are doorways, 4 feet wide or so, 3.5, 4 feet wide, right? So yeah, it doesn't scale like yeah, it doesn't scale properly. Flying in like a warehouse that with a tiny whoop, that would be more like what it's like to fly outside with a 5-inch rig or even a 3-inch rig. So yeah, you've got it tough, but stick with it, keep going, and when you move to something that rails outside like a 3 or 5-inch rig, you'll be amazed at how good you are. If you want an example of this, check out SR13 FPV. He was arguably the best freestyle tiny whoop pilot on Earth. and only flew tiny whoops for many years, and then he started to fly 5-inch rigs, and it was just so cool because like his very first 5-inch video, he's just absolutely on fire, and it's just amazing to see that because like there's this insane notion that like micropilots are just micropilots and they kind of like fly micros because they can't fly bigger stuff, and that's just stupid. Like, it's just not right at all. Wow, okay, my foot is firmly planted in my mouth. I did not realize that SR13 had flown 5-inch rigs. I thought he only flew... I only saw tiny whoop content from him for a long time. Damn, I completely missed him flying this QAVR. Maybe this was before I discovered him or something, because when I discovered him, it was all tiny whoop stuff. And then wow, I look, you can see that I haven't watched this. Well, actually, it looks like I haven't watched any of these, and I most certainly have. But yeah, it's that's all I have to say about that. Oh, he put something up. Oh, right. Yeah. He's been doing cinematic stuff. That's right. He's got cinematic stuff up here. So yeah, check out SR13 if you want an example of that, although I proved myself wrong. So don't check out SR13 because apparently he's been flying 5-inch rigs the whole time. Danzilla Terrible posting a link that won't work. Travis H says, good evening, CiottiFPV and gang. Bob Bruce says, what's up, gangles? FP Avery says, evening all. Rockcrawler says, hey. RT McKinney says, greetings. Denzel the Terrible says, howdy gang. How goes the gangliness? Beltran says, is there a good... Ooh, great question. Is there a good alternative to the TrueRc Singularity? A bit too expensive in my area. The Fox-ear Lollipop. Well, just in general, Fox-ear's antennas are very inexpensive. They're like half as much. And they're really decent. They're not going to be as good as TrueRc because you get what you pay for. But yeah, the Fox-ear antennas I've had really decent luck with. That's what I would go with. Yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely not going to recommend the other big antenna manufacturer because their owner is a transphobic piece of garbage. So yeah, it's TrueRc or Fox-ear or nothing as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I would go that route. Great question though. Denzel the Trouble says, no, we got that. Hey, all right, so let's get to work. We got a bunch to do here today, and no farting around. Let's just dive right into it and start smashing things. This is the Iflight 65mm motor-to-motor frame, and I don't know a thing about it other than that I've tried to use it twice now, but full-sized regular old AIOs don't fit in the damn thing, which is kind of confusing. But the Hummingbird AIO is cut down here in the corners, and it does fit. What's really cool about this is that this frame looks almost identical to the Newbie Drone Cockroach frame. And so, I'm tempted to put this Hummingbird onto a Betaflight Meteor 65 airframe, but I don't know, I don't want to go too far away from the factory Hummingbird, and I've been dying to try one of these Iflight frames. Maybe it's really good. I don't know. So I just thought this was kind of the perfect opportunity to put this rig into this frame here and give it a shot and see what's what. So we're going to do that. Iflight Frame, Hummingbird F4 V3, which I have switched over to BT 2.0. We are going to put this immediately into ESC. Actually, let's do it right now. We are going to put this into escconfigurator.com, and we're going to backdate. Well, actually, let's see what. I'm actually really curious. So, the Hummingbird that my dad donated to Monday's giveaway, When I pulled it out of the box, it was on 0.19. It was on a Blue Jay 0.19. Or was it on 0.16? Let's see what this one's on. But it was not on the problematic version of Blue Jay, which is 0.20. So that was really good. Technically speaking, that rig did not need to be changed, other than changing the gate timing. I am also going to change the gate timing on this because Kelvin over at Newbie Drone and I talked about that. And yeah, slowing down the gate timing should not really affect anything much, if anything at all. So we're going to do that for a little bit of extra safety on this rig as well. So this is me plugging in a battery, and we are going to disconnect. We're going to reconnect here. We're going to read settings, and okay, it's on 0.16. Man, great job Newbie Drone jumping on it, and great job putting them on to 0.16. I told them that, because they'd said, yeah, we're going to backdate it to 0.19, and I said, yo, you should really put it on to 0.16. I've had nothing but problems with 0.17, 8, 9. And it looks like they listened and they put it on to 0.16, which is awesome. They're leaving it on OH5 though. The slower gate timing version is OH10. Let's leave it. Let's leave it on OH5 0.16, and yeah, this is how they send it. So let's. I don't know how to say this without sounding like an asshole, so I guess I'll just say it. But since they sent this for free, let's leave it on the setup that they sent it and see if it explodes again. And if it explodes again, and if they choose to send me another one, which, you know, if not, I totally get it. But this is how they're now coming out of the box. And so, like, on one hand, I don't want it to catch on fire, but I also want to, you know, not everybody's going to be able to figure out how to change the gate timing because it's not easy. You got to go to the link that I've shared before and download the hex, and then you've got to manually update it. You got to remember to click the button that says ignore the version. So I think it kind of makes more sense for me to leave it as it is out of the box. They brought it back down to 0.16. You can see right here that Blue Jay has this warning on their own website. If you're on 0.2, please downgrade to 0.19. Issues with stall detection, motor protection, broken. Like, so, you know, Blue Jay 0.12 is obviously broken, and that's what was on this when it caught on fire, the first one. So yeah, let's fire it up and bounce it off the walls with Blue Jay 0.16. And the 5 millisecond gate timing, and see what happens. And if it explodes, then what I can say is, hey, if you've got one of these, absolutely make sure you change the gate timing. If I change the gate timing and it never explodes, then we'll never know, right? So, like, for science. Know what I'm saying? Metadirtskin says, doesn't TrueRc OEM the Rush antennas as well, or am I remembering that wrong? Nope, you're absolutely right, Metal. Great thought. Yeah, Rush antennas are another really good option. They're not super available, though. I kind of forget that they make antennas, because they're not... I guess they are pretty available. I don't know what I'm talking about. Minty FPV says, I had an email from Newbie Drone saying Blue Jay 19.2 OH10. So they are putting it in. I thought that was just a conversation that Kelvin and I had. I didn't realize that they were... that they'd put that into an email. So on one hand, if we try it OH5, and it blows up, then yes, it's like, okay, make sure it's on Blue Jay 0.16. Also make sure you change the change to OH10, the slower gate timing. I'm just worried that I'm going to change it to OH10 and it's never going to blow up. Like, I would actually rather have it blow up since I didn't pay for it. And I'll bet you Newbie Drone would like to have that feedback too. So I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it on the 5 millisecond gate timing. I'm going to assume that Newbie Drone would want, just from the conversations I've had with them and that just their general willingness to send me stuff that I pound on and give them feedback. Yeah, I'm going to leave it on OH5. I'm going to leave it as they send it. And if they get pissed off because we talked about this, then I'm just going to say, look, man, and now at least you have some feedback for the people that don't read that email and just fire it up out of the box on OH5 with 0.16. I'll bet you on 0.16 it lasts forever, though. Let's find out if it'll at least last for 6 batteries. I can't test forever, but we'll try 6 batteries. Newbie Drone, yeah, Riot9 says, Newbie Drone website link says CiottiFPV's extreme deep review, LOL. Yes, they say LOL on the page. Yeah, Newbie Drone has been putting my live streams on a couple of their most recent product pages, which is just the most flattering thing ever, because, like, I don't know, man, I'm pretty obnoxious. Like, you know, I'm pretty loudmouthed and cursy and screamy. It's pretty cool that they don't mind, and they're like, hey, this guy's got some good shit to say. So yeah, that's pretty rad. Newbie Drone's a great company. They get a lot of shit, and it really bugs me. Because there are so many other companies doing it so much worse than they are, and like it's just they're just being held to like a completely unrealistic expectation. Like, let's be real, right? They're in the US, so immediately rent, everything, employee cost, top to bottom, their business is infinitely more expensive than any of these other manufacturers that are in China, right? So that is already like a huge kick in the balls for them to try to compete with these other guys. But they, you know, they're just doing it, man. They're getting it done. They're a great company filled with great people, and it really bugs me to see them getting a rash of shit for not having the absolute best product all the time. It's like, dude, you know, what, like, there's gonna be one best product. Like, not everybody can have the best product. Like, are you gonna email Flywoo and be like, you guys suck because your tiny whoop isn't the best one? Like, come on, get real. So yeah, there's your there's an early rant for you. Yeah, Newbie Drone is filled with really cool people, and anybody that talks shit on them, come see me outside. Catch me outside. Isn't it cash me outside? What an idiot, that girl. Okay. So these motors that I'm putting on this Iflight frame are the Newbie Drone 0702 29,000 kV. Absolutely love that these motors exist. I've been bugging the shit out of Kelvin for probably like a year to do a really high kV motor and to do an 0702. And they ticked both of those boxes with these. My favorite thing about these motors, other than the fact that they come with these Newbie Drone plugs, so you can just just plug them in and go, is that these motors use bearings instead of metal bushings. All of the other, not all, but like 99% of tiny whoop motors use a metal bushing. Just a piece of metal with a hole in the middle, and then the motor shaft goes down through the middle. And yeah, I mean, they're like, that's going to be very durable, which I do like, but at the cost of runtime and power and all that stuff. So it's really cool. I didn't think that there were bearings small enough for these motors, which looking back is a stupid thing to think because we live in a world with every product ever, so of course there's going to be bearings small enough for anything. But yeah, it's pretty cool that they're using bearings in these motors that cannot be as inexpensive as using a little metal bushing. So, and you know, they're trying something different, right? Like companies that innovate like this, we need to celebrate and not shit on them for trying something different, and not getting it and not making the absolute best product of all time. So, yeah, I've always been a big Newbie Drone fan, to be honest. Like from very early on, I just kind of dug what they do, and yeah. And again, you know, as their name states, Newbie, like they are a company that tries to support newbies and set all of their stuff up to be as simple to use as possible to get as many people into the hobby as they can. And like a company with that approach, again, is a company that we want to celebrate because like, can you honestly tell me that like you want to help new people get into the hobby? It's miserable. Like, you answer the same questions over and over again. You have to look stuff up again, which makes you feel stupid. Like, it's really hard getting new people into the hobby. So, if there's a company that is trying to do that for you, good Lord, be nice. Be nice about that company. Support that company. That's less work for you so that you can just fly. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I wouldn't say that I was Newbie Drone fanboy number one. You know, when they get stuff wrong or when their stuff has room for improvement, I let them know about it. Sometimes they do something when they can. Sometimes they don't when they made 10,000 of the damn things. But yeah, I'm much more of a fan than I am a naysayer. You know what I mean? So. And they got great people working over there. Everybody I've ever talked to, Dalton, Kelvin, and there's Rotor Bob, and I'm sure I'm forgetting one or two, are just great guys. They're just, you know, they're in it to get more pilots in the air and make cool shit. So it's good stuff. Riot9 says, checking website says ESC 12 amp BL Heli pre-flashed with BlueJay 0.19.2 target, OH10 48 kilohertz. So the new ones are fixed. Maybe, I don't know. This one is pretty new. Like they sent this to me, I think like less than a week ago. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe they, I don't know. Whatever. But we're gonna try it on 0.16 with the 5 millisecond gate timing, and worst case scenario, we will confirm that the 5 millisecond gate timing is too short. And you really do need to go to 10 for science. You know, also in complete honesty, I probably won't fly this rig all that much. Like I'll fly it for the testing and for the live streams and whatnot, and it'll stay on the shelf. And if somebody comes over that's like, oh cool, how is it, I will absolutely let them fly it. But realistically, this doesn't fly quite as good as the Ultimate Freestyle Tiny Whoop. And so, or like if one of you guys says like, hey, can you fly the Hummingbird? I absolutely will. But yeah, like if I'm going to be flying a rig, it's going to be like my custom build, right? So this is going to spend a good chunk of its life sitting on the shelf. So if it catches on fire, it'll be fine. So yeah, I don't mind potentially sacrificing this thing to the quad gods. Come on now. I just want to get, there we go. There we go. And I always save these goober canopies because these are what the tiny lifter needs for that TPU loop that holds the bing bong. You know what I'm saying? The bing bong. It holds the effing bing bong. I'll hold your bing bong. What? Eurodino FPV says Newbie drone is great, but come on, it's 2023. Put a BT 2.0 in your whoops. Eurodino, here's the problem with that. They sell the Nitro Nectar battery, and the Nitro Nectar battery has a pH 2.0 connector on it, and they probably had 11 billion of those batteries made to drive the cost down. So, and also, Betaflight has the patent on the BT 2.0 lead, so nobody really puts it on there because they would have to pay Betaflight. But there is now the GNB A30, so really, like, hopefully, Newbie Drone does not order any more of the Nitro Nectar Gold batteries, which are a brilliant battery. It's the same cell as all of these, as the Weebleed BT 2.0 battery and the Tiny Whoop and the Tattoo. So yeah, hopefully at some point they run out of their Nitro Nectar Golds and they swap over to the A90 connector. That would actually be really, really cool, especially now that I'm putting A90 connectors on all these batteries, because like they would kind of have the market or whatever cornered. So far, I haven't seen anybody doing the A30 connectors. I think I just called it an A90. I'm probably going to call it an A90 connector quite a bit because the current generation Mark V Supra is the chassis code is A90. Is it A90 or A96? I keep meaning to look this up. A90 Supra. I think A90 might be the Mark. It is A90. Oh, Christ. And now the new one is A91. That's annoying. So yeah, I'll probably call it A90 a bunch. So just fair warning. Don't think I'm an idiot. I'm sure you already do, though. Kevin Sumner says, what did I miss? Yeah, I referred to my wiener as the McStinky by accident, and then I did it on purpose. So here's something interesting. Will the McStinky even work on here? And the answer is no. Because I think it's going to hit this camera plug in the front. But now that I look at it, Newbie Drone uses a camera plug here that's small enough that I think I'm actually going to be okay. It might make the tune go bananas, though, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're oh no, the UFL is right behind that. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Let's give it a try. There's a chance that it will. Oh balls! There's an LED right next to the UFL. Oh man, and I need to also plug in the ELRS antenna. Well, so what I can do, I think the easiest thing to do is to build it backwards. I'll mount the camera in the rear like this, and then I'll run the battery out front. The problem with doing that is I'm gonna just absolutely abuse this this BT 2.0 lead because it's gonna be up front. Or I could just run the Goober canopy. Running the Goober canopy is the easy button, and I might actually do that because running this thing backwards, then I've got like this antenna just hanging out in no man's land, and then this antenna is hanging out in the middle of nowhere too. So yeah, we're gonna scratch the goober canopy. I'm sorry, we're gonna scratch the McStinky mount, and we're gonna go back to the goober canopy, and everything will be fine. Nobody will know. They're gonna know. Nobody will know. They're gonna know. Nobody will know. It comes with the goober canopy. We're using a frame that's pretty similar to the frame that it comes with. So, yeah, this is a good, like, anybody, absolutely anyone could do what I've done here, other than maybe the BT 2.0. So and again, Newbie Drone makes their products as simple as possible to use, and yeah, not just like full tilt, so that newbies can understand them and figure them out and use them. And so we're kind of keeping this build along those same lines, right? Like, not everybody has a 3D printer, not everybody has the ability to get a McStinky mount and pull the canopy apart and pull the camera out and all that shiz. So yeah, I guess we're doing a little bit more of a realistic build here. I don't know. Man, I really do want to use the McStinky mount to save a little bit of weight, but I really don't want this plug to be in the front. Like, it's just gonna be annoying as hell. So yeah, and also, yeah, no, yeah, we're doing it this way. Sorry for anybody that wanted to see the absolute full tilt version of this. This is pretty close, man. These 070, we're only sacrificing maybe like a half a gram, so it's not that big of a deal that that we're not going all in on the mods. Okay, why is this fighting me so hard? Okay, it's this antenna. It's this antenna. It's this antenna Faust. Okay, so we are good. Where did the hardware go for this? Okay, so we're going to use 3 of the screws that they give you, and then we're going to use 1 of the Happy Model Mobula 6 HD extra long screws in the rear, which we talked about. So yeah, the Mobula is going to screw us in the rear, and then we're going to screw the regular, we're going to get regular screwed on the front and the sides. Sound good? Sound like a plan? Let's screw. 8 years old, dude. 8 years old. All right. And there's one. Man, this VTX antenna is really pushing. There it is. Okay, cool. I just needed to rotate it a little bit. It was really pushing down on the AIO, and you want to try to avoid that at all costs, because the AIO has a gyro on it, and the gyro is very sensitive. And so you really want the AIO just to kind of float in free space. That's why there are rubber grommets on it. And so, yeah, not having anything pushing into the AIO or the flight controller is a really good thing. And you should always pay attention to that on your builds, because that could be the difference between yo shit flying and yo shit crashing and burning. I want to try to fish these camera wires up a little bit for the same reason. I don't want them pushing on the AIO, and that just did the trick. Okay, so I need one of those longer screws, and here it is. I put it up here in the toolbox when I pulled the other one apart. It's literally just a longer screw. If you can find, like, I think these are M1.2. So if you can find like an M1.2 screw that's longer and has a big enough head to to catch the inside of the goober canopy, you're going to be good to go. The reason why I do this is that the goober canopy is very strong. It's a lot stronger and thicker than the frame plastic. And so what can happen is that when you crash inverted, which happens a lot, the goober canopy will break the rear post off of the frame. That's what happened on mine. If you want to watch that happen, watch the very first Hummingbird video. So yeah, this is preventative maintenance in terms of that, because this screw is going to go all the way down. You can actually see it peeking through right now. Hold on. Let me show you exactly why this is so strong to do it this way. The longer back screw is going to drive all the way down and through this bottom piece. Look, it's not supposed to be nippled out like that. It's supposed to be smooth on the bottom. That's what it looks like when you use the regular screws it comes with. And then when you use the extra long screws, you get a nice nipple there. And, you know, as men, we like nips. We like nice nips, you know? So, yeah. Oops, that's the wrong button. Nope, that's the wrong button. There we go. Okay. Chat's blowing up. FP Avery says, just call it the super connector, the Mark V super connector. Eurodino says, that makes sense. Thanks for the explanation. I still think it's annoying. Another Trucking FPV channel says, what's your take on GNB A30 connector? Bardwell says it crushes BT 2.0, or was it clickbait? LOL. I don't remember Joshua saying that. I could totally be wrong, though. But as far as I can tell, it's pretty much exactly the same thing as the BT 2.0, but just not only licensed by Betaflight, which is awesome. So yeah, it seems to me like it's the same thing. So there might be a little bit of an issue with this frame. Look how close that USB is to the back part of the battery bay there. I'm going to put it together the rest of the way and bind it and fly it. But that could be a problem there. I can pretty easily fix that problem by just filing a little bit of the plastic away here. But honestly, if I have to take this thing all the way apart to do that, I will probably put it back together in the Meteor 65 airframe, which I won't have that issue with. So yeah, stand by for a different, potentially a different frame choice on this thing. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be okay. But I bet you it won't be. So there we go. Let's go with the Gemfan biblades. Just from like past experience, the 702s really prefer these Gemfan biblades over any of the triblades. The ASI triblades are really good, but they're just so fragile, and I just crash so often that let's just, yeah. And 29,000 kV should be enough kV for these Gemfan biblades to really come alive. So let's just stick with what we've been going with on everything else. And we'll do the two blades here. These props are kind of sliding onto these motors a little easily. Why do I have 3 of one prop and 1 of another? High right, high right, high right, and only 1 high left. Okay, so I need another high left propeller. I need to order more of these propellers, man. Mine are all banged up. High left. High side left. Which one of these is less beat up, man? They're both pretty beat up. I think this one's less beat up. Let's do this guy. And I will use another beat up propeller here. Yeah, there we go. We'll do gray props in the front, black in the back. Okay. There we go. And there we go. Cool. So let's get bound first, and then we'll put it into Betaflight, change the modes, change the rates, and it'll be ready to go. All red Hummingbird has been transformed. Let's get a quick weight on it, actually, while I'm thinking about it. So Ultimate Freestyle Tiny Whoop with the slightly broken crown frame is 19.2. And then Hummingbird with a couple of mods. Wow. Sub 20 grams. I'll be damned. Even with the goober canopy. That's pretty good, man. Shit. This thing gonna fly good. As long as it's as long as it doesn't oscillate to the moon. I have to switch transmitter modules because this is gonna be on ELRS 3.0. So let me grab the other module that I've got that's on version 3. Throw it in here. And let's get this thing bound first. So the binding procedure is very, very simple. There's only one button on the AIO. It's on the bottom and the front. So you just got to look around for that button. Get something non-metallic to poke at it with, because you are going to have to plug the battery in. Turn your transmitter on. Make sure that the power to the module is on as well. Go into the module and go to binding mode. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. So we're going to go to bind mode. Hit the button. Press to send bind request. Plug power in to the quad. Poke at the binding button. You just have to tap it. And then you might have to hit the binding thing again. I always like to do it a second time just to make sure. Poke at the button, bind mode, press to send bind request, binding. Should be good to go now. Pull power. Transmitter vibrated. Did you hear it? Here's how you can tell if it's... Here's one of the easiest ways to tell if it's bound. Ready? I'm going to put my transmitter over near the mic. Plug power into the quad. Transmitter's still on. That's it. That's the transmitter letting you know that it's connected to something. So we are now bound. Thank you, Newbie Drone, for making it simple to bind ELRS. Other manufacturers, what the fuck are you doing? Fix whatever the hell, fire whoever the hell is handling it, and hire Newbie Drone to make it so that you can bind the best radio protocol that there is without having to have a goddamn computer science degree. Why? Why is it that, like, every other rig than these Newbie Drone rigs that I've had so many issues binding ELRS. And with Newbie Drone, it just, like, works. And it's every time, every single rig that Newbie Drone has built with ELRS in it, the binding procedure has been exactly that. Push the button on the thing, hit the bind thing, it's done. I don't understand. I really, like, it just makes me want to pee my pants every single Tuesday until the dawn of time. I don't know. I have the old AIO, and bind phrase does not work perfect every time. Skip Disco. I use bind phrases, and they are not infallible. There are plenty of live streams where I've proven that. So this is the old one where the FET's caught on fire. I'm just going to do a diff and pull. So when you type diff, it's short for different, into the CLI, it will give you everything that's different that you've changed from factory. So DIFF, return. This is everything that I've changed. So what you can do is, if you know that there's no problems in here, you can just grab it all like this and then see batch start, so you can grab it after batch start, highlight it, open Apple C for copy, disconnect from that AIO, plug into your new AIO, and all is right with the world. It'll pull everything over. You paste it, I should say. But yeah, this is the quickest way. Only do this if you are going if you know that nothing that you've changed is the reason that it caught on fire, which I don't, but I'm pretty sure. And only do this if you're going from the exact same thing to the exact same thing. If you're changing motors, if you're changing the frame, if you're changing anything, don't do that. Because, yeah, this pulls everything over. And if you change something on the build, it might be a problem. So that was me just copying it in and hitting enter. And it rolls through. And what you want to go back up and look for is any red text. If it detects any errors, it'll pick up, it'll show them in red text. We're good. Hit save. And now we're actually ready to go. Everything that I did is on the original one has now been transferred over. My modes are all here. The PID tune is here. My rates are here. And the filters that I had set are here. I want to do this because the this will give us a perfect head-to-head, other than the frame, because this is a different frame, but this is almost identical to the cockroach frame that we had on it previously. So we should be good to go here. But if this doesn't catch on fire, everything is the same other than Blue Jay 0.20, which was on this one, the Fireball, and 0.16, which is on this one. Cool? Makes sense? Everybody with me? Let's fly it. Let's fry it. See what I did there? Fry, because it might catch on fire. Do you see what I did there? All right, we're good so far. The old one blew up when I plugged the battery in. It was like the 5th or 6th battery that I'd flown through it. And my goggles aren't on, so I'm just looking at nothing. Ah! She not happy. There is a propeller spinning in the wrong direction. Here's the easiest way to figure that out. Put it down in front of you, flip into turtle mode, and slowly spin up each motor. That was motor 3, everything is cool. That's motor 4, everything is cool. Motor 2, everything's cool. Motor 1. What? What? Oh, Kevin Sumner with a great comment. Want to buy a smoke stopper for 1S. Man, that would be nice. That would be nice. Frank Nicholas is prioritizing food over these live streams. I would too, if I were you. I actually don't know why this thing is just yawing real quick and shutting off. I have not changed the board orientation. The propellers are on correctly. Interesting. Let's go to motors, and we shouldn't need to reorder them, but we might as well. Let's do both. We'll both reorder, and we'll check the motor direction. Well, no. Let's just do this, and let's get all 4 motors spinning, and I'll manually check the motor direction. Motor 1 is correct. Motor 2 is correct. Motor 3 is correct. Motor 4 is correct. So they're all spinning in the right... here's the problem. Here's the problem. Now we're good! Huh. So that did not come over in the diff, which is kind of interesting. Huh. I wonder why. I wonder why that didn't come over in the diff. That's kind of weird. Huh. The diff doesn't bring everything over. It brings most stuff over, but not all. I'll be damned. That might be a safety thing. Maybe it's a safety thing that they don't bring that over. What the hell just happened? Hold on. Did I rip the battery leads off? It went da-da-da-da, and then it stopped. Hold on, maybe this battery's dead. I have been plugging this battery in. Okay, this battery's all the way dead. How did this battery die so quick? What the hell? Oh god, 2.4 volts. That battery's not going to be in rush hour 2. Be honest, who got that? Who got that? Don't lie. Be honest. Did you get that one? Did you laugh? Who laughed? Who laughed at that? Super Deluxe is in the house. What's up, homie? Hey, Pachuco! That's the sound that we wanted to hear. All right, let's see if the did it come over on the right channel? It did. The VTX table settings came over. That is very, very nice. Here we go! God damn it, Jim. Will it explode? Nope. Not yet, at least. All right, so the idle is really high, and it's really freaking me out. Like, I'm going 0 throttle, and it's not winding the motors all the way down, and it's just driving me kind of crazy. I wonder if that's something that can be changed in here. I don't see it in here. Filter PP? Nope, not in there. Features maybe? Black box, power, failsafe, persistence, strip, VTX, no. Miscellaneous maybe? Hey! No, minimum throttle is digital. Let's do it in Betaflight. I don't think you can change motor settings in the OSD there. I think I did notice that the idle was set at like 12%, and I was like, I should change that. Maybe it'll be okay. I should have changed it. Monitor mic, Hummingbird, motors, motor idle percent 10. Yeah, that's too much. Oh God. Let's go down to 7. Save and reboot. That'll be a lot better. Okay. So, hey, this frame is good to go. Even with the USB being really close to the back part of the frame. So that's awesome. So yeah, Iflight, the black Iflight frame totally works. On the with the Hummingbird cross style AIO. Which is great. It's always nice to have extra frame options, you know? Goggles are off again. I put them on. I'm like, wow, it's dark. A little dark. Much better. For me. You might not want that, but I certainly do. Oh, no. No! No! Is this really happening? Yeah! Yeah, the cartwheel! Fine. The newbie drone tune is really good. Although I did change the tune a little bit, but I mean the tune that it comes with is great. The biggest thing is just it's a little bit heavier and just doesn't quite make the power that I'm used to, but it still makes good power. I mean, like, look at it, man. Oh man, came up really short on that. Let's try it again. Nope. Yeah, Oh, the left front motor. Left front motor's making a noise. And it's not making any thrust. I wouldn't be surprised if I lost a propeller, though. They did not go on there. Hey, look at that. It's missing a propeller. Found it. These propellers just, like, slid onto these motor shafts, which is never what you want. You want there to be a little bit of resistance. So what you can do, it's a super easy fix, is you take a pair of fine-tipped tweezers that you don't love because you're going to ruin the tips of them. You put it into the inner hole of the propeller, and you just turn it around. What you're doing is you're just scoring up the inside of the propeller to raise a little bit of the plastic, and then push it back down, and away you shall go. Super simple, super effective way of getting tiny whoop props to stay on the damn shafts. I am gonna try the triblade Azzy props in a minute. This my guess is that these motors are not a true 29,000 kV. They feel closer to like 28 or 27,000 kV. We've got a little MAH stuck in the OSD in the middle of the screen that I can't stop looking at. Oops, hold on. Let me turn off the OSD and turn it back on. Nope, it's stuck there. Well, we'll leave the... Oh, man, even with the OSD off, it's still there. Newbie Drone's trying to figure out what's going on with the OSD on their new rigs. But obviously they haven't figured it out yet. Let's just smash into all the gates. How about that? That's a great idea. Hey. Doink. Okay, let's try this on the Azzy props. I'm thirsty for a little bit more power, and I'm not getting it. So let's see if we can get a little bit more power with these triblades. Typically with an 0702 motor, you don't really have enough stator volume for anything bigger than these Gemfan biblades. But the Azzy props are like very aerodynamic, so if there is a propeller that's going to work, it's going to be the Azzies. Yeah, these motor shafts are slightly undersized because Azzy props are usually damn near impossible to get on, and these are just falling right on there. So, yeah, I might actually end up needing to do the little trick to these Azzy props. When you're putting Azzy props on, make absolutely certain that you do not push down on the blades. They will bend, and you will never be able to get them back straight. Get the prop lined up, and then put one finger dead center, and turn and push. That's really important. I don't run or like the Azzy props because of their lack of durability, and I usually ruin them when I'm installing them. The performance of the Azzy props is phenomenal, but the durability is not great, and so, yeah. And like I said, you can very easily ruin them while you're putting them on, which is just super frustrating. I cannot explain to you the level of frustration ruining a brand new propeller trying to put it onto the motor. It's in a world of its own. That amount of frustration that is. Oh boy. I just touched the AIO with the metal pliers, metal tweezers. Trying to get this antenna pulled down a little bit. All right, whatever. Azzies on the 702 29,000 kV motors. Let's see how they are. Oh shit, one of them just shot up into the roof. Okay. I like blasted the throttle to shoot it up in the air. Let's do the little trick here again. Careful not to stab yourself when you're doing this. It's very easy to have that happen. Okay. Let me just do it one more time on the bottom here. Okay. Let's see if that will have done the trick. Man, it still fits on there pretty loose. God! Damn it. Okay. Maybe we're not going to try the ASI props. What did I say was the best? What did I say was the best? The Gemfan biblades? There might not be such thing as the best, but the Gemfan biblades are the best. They really are. They're just so goddamn good. They're not the best for racers, though. They're the best for me. Best stuff in FPV generally. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see if that's enough. The other thing that happens with these ASI props, case in point. So this is something that happens with these ASI props. This is another reason that I don't run them. They cut down this center area to save weight, which I love, but they have sacrificed durability. See what happened? This happens. This has happened to a bunch of ASI props. The inner just breaks. It just lets go. So yeah, I will continue to not recommend ASI props. Although, goddamn, the performance is so good. Like they're just when they're on there and they're spinning, they work really, really well. But unfortunately, they don't spend a ton of time being on there spinning. It comes with a bag of extras, and I'm gonna put one of those on. Wow, now this one, oh boy. Okay, so there's something different about these ruby red ASI props. They fit way looser. This is more what I'm used to with the ASI props, which is that they're almost impossible to get on. And then the problem is, once you get them on, they're pretty much impossible to get off without ruining the propeller. And there's also a pretty decent chance you're going to ruin the motor, bending the motor shaft trying to get them off. So I'm not going to run ASI props on this. We're going to try the Gemfan triblade propellers. Brimsby says if you push them down all the way on the version prop, you might break the hub. That's true. That's true. I might have broken that when I was putting it on. I can't, with how fragile they are, I cannot recommend the ASI props. Matter of fact, I think I'm just gonna get rid of these because like the extra 4 that they sent are too. Now I gotta stop hoarding everything. They're gone. Sorry. I just can't. I can't customize everything until the point that it works. Sometimes you gotta just call it and run for the hills. Let's do the Gemfan 1208 tri-blades. Which will almost certainly not work right, because they're going to be a little bit too heavy. But basically, in my opinion, these Gemfan 1208s are the lightest weight triblades that are like realistically usable from a durability standpoint. The HQ triblades, prototypes, I don't understand why they're not being sold yet. I do understand why they're not being sold yet, and it's what I'm talking about right now. I think are just not durable enough. They're just they perform so well because they're impossibly lightweight and the blades are like impossibly thin, which is my assumption why they're still prototypes, and they've never come out. Have you guys seen them come out? Have you guys seen these magical, mythical HQ 1.2-inch tri-blades that all the racers are like, oh god, they're the greatest things ever? Jesse sent me a set, and they did fly really well, but as soon as you started crashing them, they just fell to pieces. So, and I've never seen them available anywhere, so I assume that the feedback that they got was that they're way too fragile. And I guess that has to do with the molds, because if it was just a material issue, they could just shoot a different material into the mold, and then Bob will have become their uncle. But if it's more than if it's a mold issue, then they got to make a whole new mold, which is expensive. All right, let's try these Gemfan tries. Gemfan 1208s, available at your local FPV retailer. Matty ORC says, is the 2X Walksnail Whoop worth it? Man, is that a tough question to answer. What does worth it mean? Okay, let's just drive it into the ground as hard as we possibly can. Wow, okay. All right, so maybe what's throwing me off is that the hover point is really high. Look at the hover point. It's up at like 42, 41. So let's say 42. I wonder if I have a bunch of throttle expo in here. I bet you I have some. Probably not a lot, though. Ooh, I've got a lot. 30 points. And I have the throttle midpoint a little bit too low. It was down at 42%. So let's lift it up to... This is the other thing this rig does. When you go into the menu and you come out of the menu, it has lost its bind. And you have to power cycle it. So if you're going to go into the Betaflight menu, oh, it got it back. Oh, hell yeah! I'm just an impatient jerk. God, oh! Oh my goodness. The lightweight tiny whoop thing is really just delicious. So, it doesn't have the raw horsepower that I'm used to do a lot of these off-throttle throw moves. And like that immediately encourages me to fly it around like this. Which is not the end of the world. I would rather fly it more acro-y. Oh god, we're falling down the stairs. Woo! Durability testing, go! What? Ooh. Uh-oh, something broke. Something broke. Oh god, it's gonna hit my hair. Hello? What broke? What's broken? What? How can I not see anything broken? It very obviously sounded broken. What? What's broken on you, little friend? I thought for sure it was going to be the Iflight Frame. What? What's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with it. What's happening? It's rattling like a bastard. What? Why is it... You hear it? What the hell is that noise? What? What is making that noise? There's like... What? Let's go into turtle mode and we'll spin each motor up individually. It's motor 1. What's happening with motor 1? What? Fuck it, let's just fly it. Unfortunately, when you have a rattle like that, you know, that's like two pieces of plastic hitting one another, which means that there's like more vibrations than you want. So yeah, you always want to troubleshoot that. You don't want to do what I do and just keep flying it. But I can't find it. I have no idea why or what is making that noise. What the fuck? This frame is very... This Iflight frame is very bendy. What is going on here? What is making that noise? I see what it is. I see what it is. On the propeller on motor 1, the tip of the propeller is bent downwards a little bit, and it's hitting the one of the standoffs that goes up to the duct. So I'm just gonna pull this propeller off real quick here, and bend the tips back up. Just gonna use my fingernail just to pull the tips on the propeller blades back up. Okay. And there we go. Okay. That will have fixed the issue. Yep. There we go. All right, cool. I think 2 more batteries on this rig, and then we're gonna dive into the crown and see how that's going. Oh, all right. So there is a definite problem with this Iflight frame. The USB. Yep. Yeah, it's digging into the batteries. Don't use this Iflight frame. This Iflight frame sucks. The USB port is sticking up too high, so the battery is pushing down into the USB port on the AIO. I'm actually really surprised that this thing is flying as good as it is, because the battery is pushing up against the USB port, and that's basically hard mounting the flight controller. So yeah, just don't get this Iflight frame. I'm gonna put this into a Betaflight airframe. I know I'm armed. Oh man. Maybe Joe needs to sort out their OSD issues. This is kind of insane. All right. Here we go. One more time. It's not bad on these. It's not bad on these. on these Gemfan triblades, on these 1208s. Oh, farts. Oh my god, that was just the dumbest thing. I just didn't pitch it forward. This thing flies a lot better than it should. It flies a lot better than it has business flying. From like a power standpoint. But, you know, I have always said, like, the less power, the better you're going to fly. And this is a good example of that. Like, the other rigs with the 32,000 kV motors, they're really hard to fly. Like, it is so much power. Ah! So yeah, this actually makes it easier to fly, and when it's easier to fly, you can do that more often. Know what I'm saying? But you can't do as much. Woo! This is fun, man. I don't know. I get all addicted to power, and then I fly something that has less power, and it's like, man. Oh god, that was a hard hit. Fuck. Yeah, don't buy this Iflight frame. This is annoying that I'm gonna have to take this thing apart again. I'm really tempted to take it apart right now. We're gonna look at what time it is. Oh no. Because the Meteor 65 airframe might actually bring the power to weight ratio of this a little bit more in line with like what I'm used to. And it'll also help with the runtime. I don't know what it is, but the newbie drone boards don't get as much runtime. Could just be weight, could just be a heavier build. You know, I'm getting like 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 20 seconds. On the more powerful setup, the Ultimate Freestyle Tiny Whoop setup, I get 3 minutes. I get over 3 minutes, a lot actually. So yeah, what time is it? It's 7:30. It's the thumbnail picture, but I did put in the, well, I can change the description. I'm going to change the description. Sorry, Zotek, but I will do, I felt bad not having a We Bleed FPV themed thumbnail. So this will make me feel better. I'll do the We Bleed crown frame swap on Friday, I think. So we're going to change the title. Newbie Drone Hummingbird V3 number 2. Now with less magic smoke. Okay. Cool. Let's get this into this black Meteor 65 airframe as quick as I possibly can, and then we will beat it up some more. And we'll see. I'm really curious. Will this frame have, will this tune and the filters be enough for this wobbly ass but very lightweight frame? Let's tune in tonight at 7:38 to find out. Eastern time. Here we go. Quickest frame swap ever. Yeah, right. For me, at least. For the quickest frame swap I'll ever do. Man, these motors felt really fine on these Gemfan triblades. I have run a lot of 702s on Gemfan triblades, and they've never really felt all that good. I feel like it felt better on these tries than it did on the biblades. But I do need to go back to the biblades to really kind of confirm that. So take that with a big ass grain of salt. I'm gonna... Nope, don't pull the motors out by the wires, you idiot. Do it the right way. Pull it out by the connector. I almost always do that. I almost always do one by the wire, and then I feel bad, and then I do the rest. So hopefully I'm not always pulling off motor number one by the wire. Motor number one is... Well, let's do this. I'll just swap one motor from one frame to the other. What I was going to say is, hey, somebody type into the chat, motor number one is a red wired motor, so that I can put the red wired motors in the right spots. But I'll just do them one motor at a time. It'll be fine. Like, I like when the motor screws kind of like stick in the frame, but then sometimes I don't. This is the rear, so motor one is going to go here. And hey, it fits. Betafpv put like little raised bits on the motor bases. And when I first saw that, I was like, oh, way to go, idiots. You made it so that only your motors will fit. And then I shoved my big dumb foot in my mouth the first time I mounted a Happy Model motor on there, and it worked fine. And now I'm putting a newbie drone motor on here, and it works fine too, so that's nice. Sometimes you gotta taste feet. We will weigh these two frames. Well, no, we know that this rig is 20 grams in the other frame, so we'll weigh it in this frame. Place your bets. Place your bets. Type into the chat what you think it's going to weigh. It weighed 19.9 grams on this stupid Iflight frame that I'm going to throw in the garbage. I'm actually going to throw it in the garbage. What will it weigh on the Meteor 65 airframe? Hey, somebody said earlier, somewhere, maybe on Discord, that they were very sad to see the OG Meteor 65 frames are out of stock everywhere. I didn't realize that. I didn't think that they were going to discontinue it. I hope that they haven't. Has anybody seen the OG Meteor frame in stock anywhere? I will be upset if they're getting rid of it, because the airframe has issues. So yeah, if it's looking like they're going to discontinue the regular Meteor 65 frame, we need to find it in stock somewhere and buy all of them, because I still think that the OG Meteor frame is the best frame. There's a chance that the Weebleed crown frame, once it's out of prototype, will take that title away. But at the moment, with how quickly the crown frame broke, yeah, I'll take the old Meteor frame and the 0.4 of a gram weight penalty for the extra durability. But that's just me. You know, I crash hard on hardwood floors. Not everybody does. If you're crashing on carpet and you don't mind having to add filtering and take away PID gains, then the Meteor 65 airframe might be the right one for you. Or the crown frame, to be honest. The crown frame, you won't have to cripple your PIDs as much, which is really nice. So yeah, the crown frame would be the one in that case, I think. If you're crashing on like carpet. Kevin Sumner is checking for Meteor 65 frames. EEDoc says pretty sure they're not discontinued. Tiny Whoop and Weebleed have a bunch in stock right now. Awesome. kind of makes me want to ask Jesse if he can ask Beta. Well, actually, I have a contact over at Betaflight. I can ask them if they're planning on discontinuing it. All right. I love that Weebleed and Tiny Whoop have a bunch in stock. I am tempted to snag a bunch of them. It's not like they're expensive, right? Like I can spend $30 and probably get 10 of the damn things, and that'll last absolutely forever. What I'll be pissed about though is if the crown frame ends up being durable enough, then I'll be stuck with all these Meteor 65 frames. Although I could just put them into giveaways. They're a great giveaway. It's a great frame. There's nothing wrong with the Meteor 65. Like everybody has been running it for good reason. So yeah. Chat's blowing up and I'm not keeping up. Nate Adams says, just do it, Shia. Riot9 says, one red, fine, you do it one at a time. Dayron USA says, are you getting a Supra? No, I could never afford. I couldn't afford a half a Supra. Christ, I couldn't afford 10% of a Supra. Even if I could, though, I would more than likely not get one. They're a little heavy. I've driven Mark 3, 4, and 5 Supras, and they're a great car, don't get me wrong, but I'm a bigger fan of lighter weight stuff. If I'm going to have something that's as heavy as a Supra, it's going to have a V8 soundtrack. So yeah, but that's just me. I'm not a huge fan of the way inline sixes. I'm especially not a fan of the way that V6s sound. Although the 2JZ that was in the Mark IV Supra is about as is it's a decent soundtrack. It's with the right blow off valve and wastegate set up and the right exhaust, that is a pretty gnarly sounding engine. Not gnarly enough though. Look at that. Yo, that was a pretty quick frame swap. Jesus. Okay. Who knows where this goes? 3 words. Come on, Mighty Car Mods fans. Where are you at? Where does it go? Where does the Iflight Frame go? First person in chat gets a prize. Got to get the answer right, though. Where does it go? In the bin! Right, 9 got it right away. That's a joke from Mighty Car Mods. They play this, whenever they're throwing something away now, they play this little snippet of Marty saying, in the bin, that it was like, I don't know, 6 months ago that he said that, and now every time they throw something away, they always play that clip, and I don't know, I just find it hysterical. I find those guys to be absolutely hysterical. Moog is just such a cool dude. He struggles with mental health shit, and is like outspoken about it and like talks about it and shit. Not overly, but yeah, and like, I don't know, anybody that's willing to talk about that shit, I really, really, really respect that, because it's not necessarily the best idea to talk about it like from like a professional and a career standpoint, because yeah, people are assholes, and when people find that, people that don't get it, when they hear that, they pass judgments that are completely unfair and in most cases is completely wrong. And so yeah, for somebody with such a big channel to actually talk about it is pretty awesome. And I mean, they're just hysterical too. That always helps. Ah, come on. Get in there, Lewis. There we go. Ah! If you have any interest in cars or just YouTube channels, and you're not subscribed to Mighty Car Mods, you're a dick. No, you're not a dick. You're really missing out on one of the best channels in the world. Sure wish Stream Deck Elgato could get their shit together with the Stream Deck and make it so that it'll just play a fucking sound effect when you push a button on it. Like, it seems like such a simple thing that they broke on one of their updates, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago, and they still haven't fixed. And, like, it's all over the internet. It's all over Reddit. It's all over the damn place. Like, what the hell? I'm pretty sure that originally the Stream Deck was made to be a soundboard, and in 2023 you can't use it as a soundboard. What the hell are you doing? Get your shit together, Elgato. They're too busy making like crazily colored themed versions of the damn thing to fix the existing software for it. Like, what are you doing? Make it work, donkeys. I used to have Clarkson saying "in the world" on the Stream Deck, and I miss it. I miss being able to listen to Jeremy say "in the world" over and over and over again. You guys are probably sick of it, but I wasn't. And it's all about me. Sorry, I was doing that off camera. You guys were just staring at absolutely nothing. Okay, last one. Let's get another twist in here. There we go. Huzzah, MFers. Will it rocket into the ceiling as soon as I arm it? Because this frame is floppy as a motherfucker. Type yes or no into the chat. Place ya bets. Place ya bets. Yes for it will rocket into the ceiling. No for it will just fly like a regular old little quad. What's it weigh? Nobody guessed, you bastards. Maybe somebody guessed and I didn't see it. Wow, that's a lot lighter, yo! 6.6 grams lighter. This thing gonna rip. All right, so we're gonna test this Meteor airframe, but we're also now gonna test the tri-blades versus the bi-blades. I'm gonna fly another battery. I'm gonna fly 2 more batteries on the tri-blades, and then we're gonna pop over to the bi-blades and see if there's a difference. If there's a noticeable difference, I should say. Fart, fart, fart. You are now going to say that in your head every single time that you plug a quad in. Fart, fart, fart. Check with a stick likes my hair today. Thank you. Kind of got a little bit of bedhead going on today, but that's okay. Some people like that. Some people have built their entire career on that look. I'm looking at you, Joel McHale. A lot more than just him. Here we go! Rocket into the ceiling time! What? Oh. Battery warning. Shut up. Stop telling me that my button battery in there is low. I'm never going to replace it. There it is. Ooh, good to go. Uh-oh. That was just me flying like an idiot. Wow, okay. The magical mystery newbie drone tune, Jesus, is good to go with the airframe. Like, pay attention to. So right there, for example, right? Like, wow, what is the OSD up to? RLWT? What the fart? Pay attention to how long I have to hang on full throttle. That's how you can really tell that it's down on power from what I'm used to. But it's nice and light. And I mean, it's not that bad. I'm just like really picky and spoiled. Having less power, man, having less power really makes hitting gates a lot easier. I see why the racers don't run the 32,000 kV motors. Ah! Ooh, that was a hard hit. We are, so the other thing that we're doing is we're testing the durability of this Meteor 65 airframe. I was not super impressed with how quickly the frame started to crease the plastic. This is the black frame, so I won't even be able to see the creased plastic. Oh, God, I slammed right into the edge. Yikes. Stop it. Leave me alone. I'm really looking forward to swapping over to biblades. I wonder if it's going to be better. Ooh, did that go through? It happened so quick, I couldn't even tell. Uh-oh. The video got a little upset there. That was weird. I'm going to turn the OSD off. Went through the bottom of it that time. Newbie drone quad flying through the newbie drone gates. Power loop. Not power loop. Matty flip, rather. Power loop. Crash. No. Don't go back behind there, please. Don't go back behind there, please. Yay, thank you. I need to know what the battery voltage is at. Oh, God. So we got some runtime back. There's 2.5 minutes. That ain't bad. Ain't great. Ain't bad. We pulled the battery all the way down to 3.3. That's a little low. Okay, let's go to the biblades. I'm dying to know if that'll make it. I mean, that should get us a little bit of runtime back too, which will be nice. But I really want to know if it'll make more power with the. If it is making, what I want to know is if it is making more power right now on the triblades. That's what I'm trying to say with my mouth. Here we go. Let's get it. Come off of there! The biblades that I'm using are so beat up, though. That might be why I feel like they're kind of underperforming. But I doubt it, because I was using them on the ultimate freestyle tiny whoop builds, and they were fine. Here they are. We're gonna go here and here. Man, these props are chewed up. And here, and then over here. Okay. That's the battery that was just in it. You know, Tiny Whoop batteries never used to get even remotely warm, and now with all the new stuff, they're getting warm. Oh. Okay. Even on the Meteor 65 airframe, the USB is sticking up a little high. Huh. That's weird. I don't know. I mean, it's not like I can say, oh, maybe they used a longer USB. The USB is USB. Why is it doing that? It's not like that on the... What? Why is it doing that? That's super weird. Why don't I have video? You guys have video. It's because my goggles are getting old. They only ever don't have video when I first turn them on. And it's like 1 in 100. What did I just change? The propellers? Yeah. We're on biblades now. Yeah, it's definitely looser on the biblades, that's for sure. No. Oh, boy. Ah! Come on now. Feels pretty similar, if I'm honest. It is a little bit more slidey, though. Stop! Don't be like that. What is happening? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's stuck on the wire. Oh my god. I actually think that it's making a little bit less power. Am I Stevie Wondering right now? Nope, we good. I'll be really interested to see what the runtime is like on these propellers. So on that last battery, I was doing some cruising, so let's do some cruising. Let's go upstairs for a minute. Hello, Azalea, how are you? Oh, God. Help me! Thank you! Oh, God! Oh, no. Oh! Can't get down the stairs all of a sudden. What? Oh, no. No. Don't be stuck in shoes. Don't be stuck in the shoes. No. No. Yes! No. Stop it. Come on. Everything's fine. All right, so the runtime testing is now out the window because of all that turtle moding. Yeah, I don't notice a drastic amount of difference in thrust, which is nuts because like every single other motor, quad, whatever, when you go from a 2-blade to a 3-blade, it makes a bunch more power. So like really, this is another good example of how magic the Gemfan biblades are. Yeah, like I said earlier, I do not think this is a true 29,000 kV motor. If it is, then all of the 30,000 kV motors are actually like 31,000 or something. Because this is, you know, we got the weight down now. We're almost down to like 19 grams. But it just doesn't have the Oompa Loompa that I want. Hold on. This is a brand new battery. If it's going to have a little bit of extra power, it's going to have it right now. So let's give it a shot here. I can also kind of hear that the motors are just not spinning up as high as like what I'm used to from a 30,000 kV 702. Although, admittedly, I've been running the 32,000s for a while. So I might just be like punch drunk on 32,000 kV life. Ah! Let's just... Oh my god. I'm trying to like adapt and just hang on the throttle for longer. Ah! But I'm getting it wrong and I'm sitting on the throttle too long. Come on. What? How did I get into the menu? Come on! Oh, man, that was laid out. Woo! Shit. This is fun to fly. This really is. It's got enough power, and it's light enough. I can't do everything that I want to do, but, like, nobody else is really doing this. Not nobody, but, like, not many people are doing... a lot of this stuff. You know what I mean? This is pretty, like, gnarly shit. But it is cool to have a quad that will do, like, yeah. If you're getting somebody into the hobby, though, oh boy, this might be the one. Like, I know there's all these starter rigs, but with all of the starter rigs, you're not gonna be able to, like, upgrade them and tune them. Oh, really? You're gonna eat me like that, you son of a bitch? Not take me out to dinner first? Okay. Oh my god. Yo, I might build a 30,000 kV rig. I'm, like, hitting everything with this. Ah! Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, actually, no, I'm not. I'm just going to put a throttle limit on the, on something. I'm not even going to do that. Oh, shit! Man, flying, if you're used to, like, this happens to 5-inch pilots all the time. You build a rig with, like, fucking crazy 2207s, and you fly, and you fly, and you fly, and you kind of get used to them, but, like, you're missing lots of tricks, and you're, like, it's going to outer space, and then, like, I'll give them one of my glides with, you know, 2306s, like, a lower KV, throttle limit, all this shit, and all of a sudden, it's like, yo, like, I'm hitting everything. What the hell? There is, like, more power makes it harder to fly, and the BT 2.0 connector is just absolutely buried in here right now. This is gonna destroy this battery because I can't get the fucking thing unplugged. God damn it, I hate this. I'm literally using pliers right now to get this battery unplugged. There we go. Ugh. Let me put this battery right on the charger because it is certainly over discharged now. Oh wait, no, it's at 3.7. This AIO pulls the battery down, and then you can kind of just keep flying for a little while longer. Here's a battery that's been cycled a bunch that I'm gonna put on here. Oh, no wonder there was a weird noise, and there's just a massive clump of hair on this thing. Let me. I'm actually gonna have to pull this propeller to get this clump of hair out of here. Ooh, ooh, it's a big one. Okay, we good again. All right, one more battery, because it's after 8. This frame's holding up good. Can't see whatever creases might be happening. Everything else is holding up fine. Happy days. Happy days. Yeah, this is a red markered battery. They have the most cycles on them. You'll probably see a visible difference in flight performance with this battery. I can absolutely feel it. It's actually not that bad. Oh my god. So, yeah, okay. So you can see it. So I absolutely intended to go through this gate, and it went like there. It missed it by like 2 feet. Wow. Ah! Oh, wow. This battery is fucked. This might be it for this battery. Ah! What's everybody watching up here? What are you watching? Oh, it's Roblox! This guy. I said to Felix she loves this live streamer. I said to Felix one day, I was like, I forget his name. I was like, what's his name? It'll tell me in a second. I said, is he actually good at playing video games, or does he just yell and scream a lot? And Felix says he just yells and screams a lot. I was like, okay, I had a feeling. Uh-oh. So if you get caught below the door like that, just like nose it into the, just like rotate it up into the door, and it'll get itself out. Woo! Ah! The Gemfan Cube Gate ate me. What? Somebody wouldn't let me go. Oh, this battery is rough. When the battery sucks, it just gives you an excuse to fly gently. Okay, and play drums. Ah! Hummingbird V3 with Blue Jay 0.16 seems to be completely fine. I'm not gonna say like it doesn't seem to fly any better, but it hasn't caught on fire. And we've put more batteries through it than we did last time. And yeah, I mean, Blue Jay has said that 0.2 is making ESCs catch on fire. So, yeah, I think we're all right leaving the gate timing at 5. But I am going to fly some more batteries on this just to make sure. I want to give this like 20, 30 batteries before, yeah, I'm going to comment further on that. But so far, that seems okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 batteries of hard flying with BT 2.0. So the AIO is getting significantly more power, and with significantly higher KV motors in the 702 29,000s versus the 802 25,000s that it comes with. So yeah, good job, Newbie Drone, like listening, paying attention, and pulling these off the shelves and putting 0.16 onto all of them. How many manufacturers just don't listen to anything that the community gives them feedback-wise, right? Especially when it involves reflashing all of your quads, right? Like, that must have taken forever to do. So, kudos to the Newbie Drone. And, like, again, for $90, somebody wants to get into the hobby. For $90, you get them into this. You get it bound for them. They start bouncing it all over the place. 6 months later, when they've outgrown the performance, you can. I mean, by that point, hopefully they'll know how to solder. You don't have to go with these motors, but you can go with these motors, plug and play. If they know how to solder, BT 2.0 will be a big help. And then, canopy-wise, you could go to the, I wouldn't recommend it, but if all you cared about was performance, you could go to the Mobula 6 canopy and the Runcam Nano 3. The reason I don't recommend that is that the BI camera that this thing comes with looks decent on the going through the Newbie Drone proprietary OSD chip. The Runcam Nano 3, in my opinion, does not. It does not look very good. Let me give you a little head-to-head so that you can see what I'm talking about. So this is kind of like best case. This is the best camera I think I've ever seen going through the Newbie Drone board. And then this is a regular Mobula 6 board with the regular OSD chip and a Runcam Nano 3. So I'm going to try to hold these in the exact same spot and point them at the exact same stuff. So we're going to put it right here, and I'll put it up on my monitor. So this is the Newbie Drone rig. Okay. And then, so try not to pay attention to field of view. You're just looking for like image quality. And now here is a more standard rig with a Runcam Nano 3. Good Lord, look at the difference in field of view. The Newbie Drone BI camera is so much wider. So yeah, there you go. There's your head-to-head. Runcam Nano 3 does not look that great. It's like a new version of the BI. It really does not look that bad. It used to look so muddy, but it looked really muddy with the Runcam Nano 3 on it because I was trying to save weight. So yeah, the BI camera, if you're going to run the Newbie Drone AIO, is really the one to stick with. I have found. Cool. Friday is Crown Day. And we'll fly this a little bit on Friday to put some more abuse into it. But so far, holding up totally fine. I love that I didn't have to change the tune or the filters. What I think that means is that the tune and the filters are the filtering is a little hot. Got a little bit extra filtering. But that's okay. I would always rather a rig have extra filtering than not enough. I don't like how low this USB port sits. It's really weird. I wonder why it's doing that. Do I have these screws too tight maybe? Let me just back these off just like a half a turn. No, still sticking down really far. Really weird. You would think that a USB port is a USB port. I mean, Newbie Drone does use like a gold. No, they are different. I'll be damned. Yeah, the Newbie Drone USB plug is longer. Huh. Still flies fine with it like that. It's just, you know, that's just me being kind of pedantic, but not really. I mean, that's a real thing. But yeah, Hummingbird F4 V3. I dig it. I dig it. For a rig to get somebody started on, I think it's a real winner. Newbie Drone is stateside. Their customer support is great. Dalton's an awesome dude. And yeah, if they need to send it back, they won't have to send it overseas. Although, you know, if you buy a Mobula 6 from like Newbie Drone or Get FPV or Pyro Drone, you won't have to send it back over the ocean. But you're going to get a different customer service experience. So, yeah, yo. Support Newbie Drone. Buy your friend a Hummingbird. Anybody have a friend that they think is dumb or stubborn enough to get into FPV? Buy him one of these, yo. $90. Awesome. Don't buy him the upgrades, though. Make him fly it stock for a while. Damn. This is the best flying Newbie Drone rig yet. This definitely flies better than the Acro B. I hate to say it because the Acro B is like their premium product. But yeah, mainly because it's lighter, it flies better than the Acro B. I'll be damned. Good job, Newbie Drone. And yeah, another solid contender for super lightweight AIO. And hell, this one even has a VTX built in. Is this the only cross? No. Happy Model has a cross-style AIO with the VTX built in. I don't think Betaflight does, though, do they? I don't know. Whatever. Good quad, though. I dig it. Thanks for hanging, friends. See you on Friday at 7 o'clock before Bot Grinder. And I'll be here all week. Just not here, but I'll be here in this building. Remember, holographic Gangly Gang stickers are available. PayPal me. $10 for 2 stickers, this one and any other sticker, or 2 of these. Or $10 for 1 of these stickers and a McStinky mount. Just got to tell me which McStinky mount you want, which camera you got. Cool. Love you guys. Be good. Here's some more flying from the RC Drift Place on Thursday of last week, with a little bit of Epidemic Sounds on top. Some of you may have seen, I can't believe I forgot this until just now, some of you may have seen that tomorrow night at 8 o'clock will be the premiere of the first time I ever flew the Walksnail rig at this place. The edit is done. I put another like 2-3 hours into it today. Got the thumbnail done. Put some finishing touches on it, and yeah, it's ready to go. So tomorrow night at 8, it's set up for a premiere. Be good friends. No. Can I fucking thumbs down? Unlike that song. Jeez, unlike the shit out of that song. Just because it's played out. Oh. Oh! Oh! Ooh. Be good friends. Oh, come on! Hitting all the wrong buttons.